So it's actually Thursday at 12 noon, but I'm gonna do my weekly weigh-in. This has been a hyper stressful week, preparing for finalizing this budget presentation that's going to be presented to our board of directors next Wednesday. So needless to say, it has been a high stress week. I took Friday off, which is why I decided last minute to do this now. Because I know tonight I'm probably gonna stay up late watching TV, and I'm probably gonna have a cheat meal tonight. Undecided on if I'm gonna go through my whole fast today. I didn't really eat dinner last night, so I don't know. I'm feeling a little shaky about that, but kind of occurred to me that I'm probably gonna eat a cheat meal, so I decided to do this now. My diet has been fine, but yesterday, while my calories were in line, I did eat like a bag of sweet potato chips, and then after working until like 6, and then I played video games from like, I worked yesterday from 7 to 6, and then played video games from like 7 to maybe like 10 with my boys. I had a little 100-calorie pack of Oreos that I stole from my daughter, and a little Welch's thing. So I think my calories are probably in line. The quality of the food yesterday wasn't particularly great. Outside of that, I've been on my diet. I fasted Monday. I only had one cheat meal last weekend. I have not run since Sunday. I ran on Saturday, did my long run, 10 miles on Sunday. I have not been able to work. I've been starting work at 7 a.m. every day and working till late in the evening. So I don't know how that's going to balance out. My diet's been on point, except for, like I said, yesterday, definitely deviated. A lot of credit to myself. I really had a strong desire last night and the night before. This is something I'm fighting. When I get highly stressed, I want to eat junk, and I didn't get any last night. And it's easy to forget to pat yourself on the back for not doing something because you feel like you haven't done anything. But I would have crushed myself had I gave in last night and went to the McDonald's drive-through, or I wanted to go to Jersey Mike's and get a giant sub. Like, I just wanted to eat some junk. And this is a stress reaction that I've had my whole life that I'm fighting and trying to break out of. I somewhat gave into it, but I would say organic sweet potato chips are not exactly McDonald's. So I'm going to give myself a lot of credit for that. Curious to see what this comes out as. So let's get on the scale and see what I look like for the week. So just got off the scale. It's the moment of truth. Let's see where I'm at. Oh, wow. Okay, I definitely wasn't expecting to go down. I don't know. The human body is weird, because I didn't run the last 2 days, and I feel like, I don't know, last week I was perfect on my diet and ran 30 miles, and this week all I've been doing is sitting at my desk working. My diet's been fine, but I'll take it. I'm definitely not gonna complain about it. So let's set the memory to 7 days ago. So I am down basically 1 pound exactly. BMI down 1/10 of 1 point. Body fat is down. No, this is what I say with this thing. It's telling me my body fat went up by 7/10 of a point. I don't know how much longer I'm going to continue to use this scale. And it's telling me my body muscle came down 0.5%, and visceral fat should be flat, which it is. So definitely pleased with the result. A little surprising. It's kind of crazy though, the fact that I fast 2 days a week and my weight can be slowing down the way it is. And I have not increased my eating on other days. Really anxious to get through this next couple of days. I have a big presentation to the board of directors next Wednesday, and then I feel like after that I can really focus in through the end of the year on this. I'm very much going to make a push to get to 250. 8 pounds to go. I've got to address the issue I uncovered last week, though, in terms of my body fat is not moving nearly in the proportion of my total weight, which tells me that I'm losing a lot of muscle mass, which is just not acceptable. So, with my schedule lightening up dramatically, and I mean dramatically, after this budget is finally dead and gone, I'm really going to make a push to get back on my 2-a-days. I've been inconsistent with it over the last month, but it has not been the laziness. As I said, I've really just been working a ton. But I've seen this through. I'm very happy. I mean, looking at those results, that's why I don't eat McDonald's last night. That's why I didn't go to Jersey Mike's and get a giant sub. This is going to matter. And this accountability, holding myself accountable by weighing myself and putting it on the net and putting it up there for my friends and family to see, this accountability matters. If I was doing this by myself, I probably would have went to McDonald's last night. My stress level has been astronomical. My frustration level has been astronomical. And this is just part of the process. This happens all the time. I want to have a long career working in finance. I want to be a chief financial officer. And stress is part of the deal. Like, I have to be able to manage through it. So I'm very proud of last night. I'm very proud of the fact that even though it felt like I didn't do anything, I did something, which was break or continue to work to break a habit that's been in my whole life, which is to react to high stress and frustration with binging. And I didn't do it. And I'm sure that scale would have looked very different had I went to McDonald's and got a double quarter pounder with cheese meal and a giant Coca-Cola and supersized fries, or went to Jersey Mike's and get a giant sub and some soda and some chips and just relax. And I constantly tell myself, you earned it. It's been so stressful. What's one little thing gonna hurt? And it's like this one little thing turns into a trend. I've been dealing with stress for months and I have not been reacting to it with food. So I'm going to give myself a lot of credit for that, because this is a lifelong habit. This is the reason I was 340 pounds. NASDAQ was the most stressful job I've had in my life. And being in that role for 3 years led to me going into the role at 290 and finishing it at 340. I've worked 60 to 80 hours a week for 3 years. And it was like this all the time. And I ate all the time. And so, I've got to change my patterns. 2 big things that I've identified: when I'm stressed out from work, I eat poorly. And when I watch football, I really have gotten used to binging. It became a habit, going to my old favorite sports bar, Bobby V's, and just eating whatever I wanted all day and watching football. And so I associate food with football, and I associate food with a stress response. And these are behaviors I'm working to change. So 258, 8.5 pounds to go. It is October 7th. So I feel good about where I am. On Christmas Eve, I wanted to step on that scale, and I want to be under 250 pounds for the first time since 2002. I haven't been under 240 since then. So, that's my target. But as I said, considering last year, as long as I'm under 262 pounds for the year, I'm going to consider this a success. But based on how I'm responding to this, I don't see myself getting lax like I haven't typically in the past. Typically between Thanksgiving and Christmas, my discipline goes out the window. I tell myself it's the holidays, I can start in January. And that's the rationale behind the 262. That's what I did last year, and I'm not going to do that this year. So I'm going to push for 249.9, but my goal, I've exceeded it, and all I need to do is finish the year 40 pounds down. So, I'll keep moving at it, but good week. And next week, I really plan to ramp it back up. I may do it this weekend. I missed the lifting. I missed posting the videos. That energy feeds itself. I haven't been able to do it much in the last month. My schedule's been insane, but I've been running and running and running. I've been running between 25 and 30 miles a week and staying on my diet, and I'm not gaining weight. So I'm going to get back on it, but good results for the week. And next week, I really just plan to ramp it up, and I'm going to push through the year end and see if I can get to that 249.9.